Hi, thank you very much. Not here to talk about She Can Code today, although look it up, it's a good initiative. GITZ is a decentralized recruitment platform. Who here has referred someone for a job or hired someone through a referral? It's quite a lot of people. It's the preferred way of hiring. Most people have asked for a referral when they're hiring or in some other part of life. Getting one is great, it saves a huge amount of time and normally money. Unfortunately, the chances of your network coming up trumps isn't that high. And the problem is there is currently no way of leveraging a wider network's contacts. So most people resort to using agents or service providers or having to take the time to do it themselves. Hence why when you receive a referral, it is so much appreciated. They're not normally compensated very well, if at all. GITZ enables hiring companies to be referred relevant people by anyone in our community, enabling quicker, more cost-effective hiring direct from our users' trusted networks. The result is that by empowering peer-to-peer referrals through ensuring trust, we drive down the costs associated with recruitment fees, which are then in turn distributed to our network. There's a general frustration in all walks of life with having to pay high fees demanded by middlemen, whether it be banks, lawyers, or agents of any form. Using blockchain, specifically smart contracts, has allowed us to build a platform that cuts out the need to use recruitment agents, who currently earn tens of billions of dollars a year in fees. Instead, GITZ enables large-scale, trusted, peer-to-peer transactions that allows any one of our users to earn these fees. Our team has over 50 years' experience recruiting for clients around the world, and it is commonly known that referrals are by far the best way of recruiting. Today, people are more connected than ever through various social networks, but they have no way of interacting with each other. There's no way of referring these contacts to people outside of your network. Yes, it's good to directly know the person making the referral, but it's not a necessity. If one of you has been working as a developer for 5 years and recommends me a developer, I'm going to trust your judgment and your experience that goes with it. Recruitment is ultimately about people. We can use technology to expedite processes and sourcing, but we believe, like the majority of hiring companies, that good referrals are the best way of hiring. Using the blockchain has simply allowed us to empower a larger user base to help facilitate this process. This slide has slipped in, but when reading A World Without Middlemen by Vinay, kind of vindicated a lot of our thinking last summer and also kind of inspired some other aspects of the project, so I've kind of kept it in. So how does it work? You download the app, register your skills and experience, and gain community validation and endorsement. Companies simply post a job, choose an appropriate award, and jobs are forwarded to relevant users who alert and refer their contacts. Applications are supported by the profile of the referee, ranked to ease review, and easily managed through the interview process. Referrals are awarded not just on hire, but when interviews are conducted, and final reward fees are distributed when someone starts a job. We wanted GITZ to be as accessible as possible for people, and so have designed it to primarily work through our mobile app, which you can download an early version now. You can hire, refer, or apply to jobs, having 3 distinct identities on the one app. Designed so people can log in on the bus, over lunch, watching TV, easily refer people, and in turn potentially earn thousands of pounds worth of fees. So why do we choose the blockchain? The blockchain, as we know, is great for ensuring trust, enabling payments, and recording actions. Combine that with smart contracts and the greater functionality that we get. Within GITZ, they manage the escrow of funds, guaranteeing that rewards are there to be released to successful users, meaning unconnected people can trust each other. We distribute these rewards fairly and automatically when given actions are met, i.e. someone gets an interview or is hired. And it manages identity and reputation by keeping a record of all applications and outcomes. So people can build up their reputation on the app and companies can approach them directly or approach the best people directly. The result is that complex procurement and payments are automated, reputation is tracked, and trust guaranteed. So companies can interact directly with users and middlemen hopefully become obsolete. This for us has resulted in 7 primary benefits. Access, obvious one. Companies have access to a large number of referred applicants, and users have access to the fees and rewards currently paid out to recruitment companies. Cost. There is no upfront fee from us and no prescribed reward level. So GITZ allows anyone to post a reward at a level where they feel they're getting value from the service. GITZ offers a tiered reward structure, as I've mentioned, so people remain engaged with the platform. You don't have to wait until someone is maybe hired, but you get rewarded for your input into the hiring process. Time, you have the crowd sourcing people for you, so you don't have to. It goes out to many people. Our algorithm organizes applications for ease of review, and you see CVs alongside a referee straight away, so ensuring you're making the right decision. Also, the app is accessible, quick, and easy to use for all parties. Validation, obviously people see CVs alongside a referee, so they can validate that CV a lot more effectively. Also, people build a reputation score within the app, and when registering, skills and experience are validated by the community. Awareness, companies reach a much wider and more importantly relevant audience, improving their chance of making the right hire, as well as building brand awareness amongst the targeted audience. Finally, top talent is increasingly spread globally, but hard to access. As the platform grows, companies can ask relevant sources in multiple locations who have good reputations on the app for recommendations, and who in turn can trust that payments will be received. So why are we doing this? The global recruitment market is huge. It's 450 billion in 2016. 32 billion pounds was spent in the UK alone in 2017. It's growing at 8%, and there's a huge number of open positions in an increasingly competitive jobs market, and companies need help finding the right people at a reasonable cost. Alongside this, the gig economy is growing at great pace. People want to monetize their assets using platforms like Airbnb, Uber, and Upwork, and don't realize what a valuable asset both their own reputation and the contacts that they've built are. On top of this, people are more connected than ever. Everyone has a smartphone, and these contacts are just a few taps away. People trust referrals. They want to receive them, but there's no way of doing it. Having GITZ as acting as a trusted enabler is the perfect solution, and blockchain offers a great platform to do this on. People with the strongest networks and ultimately the best reputation will naturally thrive on GITZ. We're using a token within our platform, so we want to align the network participants in the common goal of improving the recruitment market through referrals of suitable candidates. A big factor in using a token was that we can develop the right incentives and rewards that motivate all users to both use and grow the platform with a token that is independent of the price of an existing coin. That said, the GITZ token will be working in tandem with a stablecoin partner to facilitate rewards and make the platform more accessible and scalable to a large international market that doesn't potentially like the volatility of crypto. To get to this stage, we've worked very closely with a number of core partners. DLT Labs, incredibly experienced within the blockchain space, and Mihai has helped us design the smart contracts as well as being on hand for all blockchain-related matters. Hassan's obviously one of the top law firms in Gibraltar, where we're registered. We want to be doing everything by the book and making sure that we have a scalable and sustainable business model. LDJ Capital will be helping with the ICO, marketing, etc. And we're working with Sweetbridge, who have developed the Bridge coin, which is a stable coin, which will be used within GITZ. We're looking at other areas that we can collaborate on that front that could mutually benefit both us and them. In conclusion, our platform will expand the use of referrals within the recruitment sector, using the blockchain to ensure trust, saving companies money, and distributing rewards directly to the value creators. We're interested in speaking with any potential partners or companies who would like to be involved with GITZ, either as a partner, adding technology or any other service, or during beta testing. For now, please download the app, let us know what you think. It's built for you to use, and keep up to date with the progress on the build, as well as be the first to hear about any early stage crowd sale bonuses. There will be a bounty program announced soon for early adopters, but in brief, as we grow the network, those of you who invite more than 15 people onto the app will share in that bounty pool. That's it from me. Hope that makes sense to people, and thank you very much for your time.
We could take one question if there's a question in the audience. Thank you. Let me just borrow that one quickly. It might be a bit quicker.
Thanks for that presentation, Will. So what I call social referrals for hiring have been in the market now for quite a long time. What have you learnt from the mistakes of the previous apps and platforms that you've baked into your blockchain solution? Because I'd like to think that you're more than just a social referral on blockchain. I'd like to think that you've actually learnt a lot from some of the previous apps.
And the primary thing was engagement. A lot of the apps, the primary thing was engagement from previous apps. So we want to reward people throughout the hiring process, which you can do automatically with the blockchain and smart contracts, where any action as it goes through the process, people are rewarded. A lot of times people were referring their friends, contacts, kind of into a black hole, not really knowing what exactly was going to happen. There's also quite a narrow marketplace, whereas this is much broader, and the rewards are there and guaranteed, so anyone can access it. I think people were wary about getting the rewards or them going into a kind of a platform's pool of CVs where they might be used in the future, whereas we don't do that. Hopefully that answers your question a bit, but we can chat afterwards.